Okay, this is an audio check. Okay, this is an audio check. All right, worked out well. Let's see. So we can carry on then, can we? Excellent. Okay. Well, today it's Friday. It's the 6th of January 2017. And I am basically I think I'm going to start a series on the one-state solution in the Middle East with Israel. The map you see in front of you right now is the map of Palestine. That's the mandate that was given to the British after the First World War. So that is Palestine. That is the Palestine that was under the British mandate. You should all know that. That yellow right there is Palestine. Okay. So what we're going to do then? So what we're going to do then is today's video is not going to be anything to do with the history of the Middle East or of Israel or of anything really. It's just I'm going to present to you pretty much it's a young girl's view of the situation with the Jews in Israel and history, and pretty much somebody who doesn't have a clue. The reason I'm presenting it is because I think this person represents 80% of the ignorance of the ignorant people that are out there, with not having done any research, not having done any reading, not having done any questioning for themselves, just having heard snippets of this and snippets of that, and then regurgitating them parrot fashion. And that's just what this person does. So why don't we get going? And let me just set it up, and I'll bring it back, and then we can go forward. Just give me one moment, please. Okay, I think we are ready to rock and roll. Let me see. All right, there we go. There's Sinead. Sinead's not going to tell us lots of things, I guess.
All right. Hey guys, it's Sinead. I just recently finished up an article for Heathen Women, and I think we're going to post it at the Tribune as well. But I know everybody doesn't have time to read an article, and you might have time to play a video in the background while you're doing something. That's usually what I do. So I found this really interesting, and I thought I should just take the time here while I have it to make a quick video about this. Now, I was notified about this by someone who wishes to remain anonymous at this time, but it's not really anything confidential. The information is out there. It's just you kind of have to seek it out and then connect the dots. So I'll just read a little bit from this article and comment upon it. Recently, the Iron Dome Alliance, which is basically it's a play on the Iron Dome of Israel, which is apparently their sophisticated technology that can intercept all the Tribune as well from Hamas, but I know, and detonate them or explode them in the sky so they won't land down and kill Israelis. I guess that's why miraculously no Israelis are ever killed by Palestinians, but they're still being terrorized. So, okay, it was founded by Jeff Balaban, an Orthodox Jewish Republican and political media strategist, which, I mean, what does that even mean? Really, it just means he's a subversive Jew. Along with the group's policy director, technology lawyer, and Republican strategist Bruce Abramson. Bruce Abramson. So they have been working tirelessly to urge the GOP to withdraw support for a two-state solution between Israel and Palestine. So really, that's just saying that they don't want any candidate in the GOP to recognize Arabs as having their own state. So Palestine just doesn't exist. We're going to wipe it off the map, pretty much. They're saying that we shouldn't even recognize that there's that there are Palestinians existing in Palestine. So this is their mission statement, all right? The Iron Dome Alliance. We will fight against any attempts to force or pressure Israel to recognize or support the creation of an Arab state in any part of the land of Israel, including Judea and Samaria. I mean, they're acting as if the Palestinians are like encroaching on their tiny little Israel when it's the complete opposite. The Jews have been encroaching on the Palestinians who were there first. And, it would be different if the Jews would just be happy with their frickin' thing that they have, but no, they're never satisfied. So let's read about their core beliefs. All right. Okay, these are the core beliefs of the Iron Dome the Iron Dome Alliance. We believe that the Jewish state of Israel is the United States' friend and ally and deserving of our trust and protection. We believe that the state of Israel is the modern reestablishment of the sovereign nation state of the Jewish people in their ancestral homeland, and that Jerusalem is the eternal capital of the Jewish state of Israel and the spiritual capital of the Jewish people. We believe that Judea and Samaria is the heartland of the biblical Holy Land, the cradle of Jewish civilization. Yeah, okay. And Israel's claim to this internationally disputed territory is right and just. We believe that Israel is not only worthy of support as a refuge and safe haven for the Jewish people. Why aren't you all there then? If you're so persecuted, you should all just go there and stay there forever. But also as a beacon of democracy and human rights. And yet, solely because it is Jewish, the state of Israel is singled out for vilification, slander, and condemnation. Yeah, you guys didn't do nothing, right? Jews have not done anything. I love they're a beacon of democracy and human rights as they bomb freaking babies every day. Okay. Here are their beliefs in action. We support policies to protect the state of Israel from discriminatory treatment by international bodies. Oh, they're so discriminated against. We will fight to sanction governments and non-governmental organizations engaged in promoting anti-Semitism, including boycotts of. We will fight against any attempts to force or pressure Israel to divide Jerusalem or to cede sovereignty or control over any part of the city or over any part of the land of Israel, including Judea or Samaria, or to limit the rights of Jews to live freely, securely, and without discrimination in any part of the land of Israel, including Judea and Samaria. So they're just basically trying to take the tiny little bit of land that the Palestinians have left. So that's what they mean when they're saying Judea and Samaria. That's technically in Palestine, but they're like, no, it's ours because we're the chosen ones and it's ours. Oh my God. So the Iron Dome Alliance acts as a super political action committee. So they, these Iron Dome people, they scoff at AIPAC because AIPAC is not hardcore enough. Oh, AIPAC. Oh, please. Okay, this is just showing you how blatant these Jews are getting now. Where they're like, oh, AIPAC, that's stupid. We're just straight up going to tell you that you better support us taking the West Bank or we're going to kill you all. Okay? The Alliance acts as a super political action committee in which an unlimited amount of funds may be raised as long as the donors don't coordinate with the campaign. Remember they said that. We're going to read on here. Okay. It is reported that they have not spent any of the funds yet, but are actively looking to negotiate with GOP members to change their current platform. How is that not coordinating with the campaign? Or is it that you get the donors can't have anything to do with it, but once we get the shekels, the Iron Dome Alliance, we can go and then bribe anybody. But it's kosher. Don't worry about it. It's kosher. They also claim that they will donate money to those candidates who will vote against any legislation that they deem as coercive to Israel. So really that's just a fancier way of saying they're going to be bribing politicians, and they already are. I found it really interesting that this alliance operates out of Virginia, where a plethora of federal agencies such as the CIA, the National Policy Institute, and just countless other federal agencies all reside. Interesting, right? Kind of interesting tweet that someone shared with me, and I thought it's pertinent to the topic. It was a tweet by Kevin McDonald about Richard Spencer, I guess. He says, "Power is what matters. Alt-right leader Richard Spencer explains his admiration for Trump and Israel." And there's like a picture of Dickie Spencer. Dickie Spencer. I'll have to play that. Next to Trump giving a thumbs up with his 8-year-old boy haircut. So as the Republican National Convention came to a close, we have the Iron Dome Alliance posting this update to their website. Victory! Republican National Committee adopts historic Iron Dome Alliance pro-Israel platform language. And underneath it says, supports an undivided Jerusalem, removes two-state solution mandate, denounces the BDS movement. Okay. So this is also from their website after the Republican National Convention came to a close. After weeks of hard work, Jeff Balaban, who serves as chair of the Iron Dome Alliance, the Republican National Committee Platform Committee, what? Okay, adopted strong pro-Israel language. The amendment offered by Alan Clemens of South Carolina, I don't know if he's a Chosenite, but he might as well just be, but he's pretty much just a sellout, endorses an undivided Jerusalem and removed any language recommending the so-called two-state solution. The so-called. I love how it doesn't even exist anymore. Because, okay, not only are they bribing politicians to vote in favor of Israel, what's new, but now they're literally censoring language. They're censoring, I predict that a year from now you won't even be allowed to say Palestine, or you won't even be allowed to say white. This is a groundbreaking victory. Jeff Balaban has spent months crafting platform language and working behind the scenes with members of the RNC Platform Committee. The Iron Dome Alliance itself has faced tremendous pushback from AIPAC, which was trying to protect this two-state solution. I love how it's like AIPAC and this Iron Dome Alliance, they're actually feuding. I mean, not that it's, it's probably just faked. But really, like, how Jewy can this get? Those guys aren't Jewy enough. We're the Jewiest Jews. Not like those Jews. Balaban met with delegates, worked closely with allies, and launched an aggressive media campaign. Clemens, a South Carolina state representative from Myrtle Beach, spoke eloquently in support of the amendment. This is what he said. Like the United States of America, our strongest ally, the modern state of Israel is a country born from the aspiration of freedom. And it was born from, you got kicked the hell out of Germany because you were being Jews. And you were transported there. You guys didn't discover it. You don't do that. You just parasite. You don't go conquer, or you don't go, exploring new places. You're usually just democracy and humanity. He added, support for Israel is an expression of Americanism. What is that? I don't even get it. It is the responsibility of our party and our government to advance policies that reflect Americans' strong desire for a policy of no daylight between America and Israel. What does that even mean? No daylight between America and Israel. Does that mean that like we don't have to pretend that we are separate entities at this point because we are occupied by Jews? We are occupied by Israel. We are occupied by Zog. So you can, if you go to this article, and I'll link it in the description, there is a place where you can watch the whole speech by this piece of crap, Clemens, on C-SPAN. He's literally asking the Democrats to please join him in solidarity to support Israel. So I don't know what more proof you people need that the left and the right is two sides of the same kosher shekel. So Clemens has offered up an amendment that would remove all instances of language that recommends a two-state solution or any instance of that phrase, two-state solution. Censoring language. Not only are they bribing politicians for Israeli support, but they are also actively suppressing any dissenting opinions as well as completely covering up Israeli war crimes and terrorism. David Friedman, one of Trump's advisors on Israel. Yeah, advisors on Israel. Like, really? I guess that's just a thing now. He said, quote, "It ought to be time to at least take a fresh look at this. The two-state solution might be one answer, but I don't think it's the only answer anymore." It's just ridiculous. This kike even goes on to say that Arabs would prefer Israeli rule to Arab rule. Yeah, I'm totally sure that these Arabs would love to be killed and raped and murdered every single day under Israeli rule. Yeah. Oh, but I'm defending Arabs, so I'm a traitor, right? I'm like a leftist. Friedman told Haaretz that, quote, "Trump would support Israeli annexation of parts of the West Bank." Jason Greenblatt, Trump's other advisor on Israel, comments on the situation in Syria, saying, quote, "The United States should create safe havens for civilians fleeing the war, possibly by borrowing land from nearby Turkey and Jordan." Trump said this of Greenblatt: "He's a person who truly loves Israel. I love to get advice from people that know Israel, but from people that truly love Israel." Okay. So I predict Trump winning these fake elections, and I think he will be used to usher in this just complete censoring of what's going on over there, and our sons and daughters will be used as pawns to go over and kill more Arabs. We're going to be going into Iran, I'm sure, and all of these places will be bomb Iran, right? We're going to be doing lots of that, and Jews are going to keep expanding their power and expanding Greater Israel. So that's pretty much what I see happening. Now, if Hillary were to win the fake elections, we'd do probably the same exact thing. So, yeah, it all sucks at this point. Now, if any of you guys still believe that Trump's our guy and that, he's secretly waiting in the wings for, to get in power and then he's going to really stick it to those Jews, well, then I have a link for you in the description. It's the lowest price on Trump yarmulkes that they're offering on the internet, and I'm going to direct you to that site so you can buy your yarmulke and put it on and shout L'chaim. So maybe you found that interesting. You're probably going to get triggered, some of you, whatever. But yeah, that's it. Bye.
So, okay, that was pretty pitiful, wasn't it? Difficult to watch, difficult to listen to, difficult to everything. Yuck. So, let's bring myself into it, and that. I don't know what to say other than, poor woman, she could certainly spend some time in a library or doing her own research. But anyway, what she was saying is basically the misinformation that has been drummed into the heads of the of the disconnected. People who are disconnected to the Middle East. They don't have family there. They don't know the culture. They've never been there. They don't, whatever. They just know nothing about it. Those people will be influenced massively by nonsense, like this little girl who was just talking in the video now. Kike. Jew, not Jew. What did she say? She said, they kicked you out of Europe because you deserved it. All this kind of stuff. Nonsense. But essentially, this is what this particular series of videos and presentations and debates and discussions that we're going to have over some time. This is what we're going to try and set straight with truth, with facts, with historical facts, with several sources, with points of view from all the players, and all of them will be supporting the state of Israel, the existence of the state of Israel, and I think to a large extent, if I remember correctly, they'll be supporting the one-state solution as well. So this is just an introduction to the series. I just wanted to play this point of view first before we actually get into the historical accuracies and lectures and whatnot from people who know what they're talking about, unlike this person who we just listened to, which was she's good to look at, let's face it. Being a I don't know, call me whatever you like, but she has a terrible understanding of reality, especially in the Middle East, and really in her own country, which I'm assuming is the United States. This is just keep it under 30 minutes as the introduction. I do invite comments. I invite viewers. I will have a Hangout open for future videos, so we could discuss as we go along, or watch a video and discuss after, whatever. But that's the kind of format I want to keep going for this particular subject, because it's very important that not only is it discussed, but that it's understood. It's understood from every direction, specifically and primarily the historical and how could I say, boots on the ground type of a reality. What we're going to find out through this series is that let me bring it up here if I can find it now. I think it's that one there. Yeah, that there is Palestine. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That is Palestine. How it gets carved up and chopped up and politicized is going to be the subject of will be the subject of our upcoming series of videos. Can't think of anything else I want to say right now. Yeah, that's about it for today. Do stand by. We will have another we'll have another video in the next little while with a little bit more honest and factual content. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you will be around for the rest of the series. I would appreciate you commenting if you're in the YouTube live chat during the broadcast. By all means, let us know what you think. Let us know what you feel, and especially if you've changed your mind, if you've become more understanding, educated, and empathetic towards, or sympathetic towards the Israeli point of view. Let me know. Okay, so until next time, ciao, bye. I would appreciate you commenting if you're in the YouTube live chat during the broadcast. By all means, let us know what you think. Let us know what you feel.